Tesla. Yeah, man, IV still 104. You know, typically I'd want to be trading, like the 330s. So I'm going to have the 330s pulled up, 330 puts. I think 325s would work just fine. 320s would work. I want to see what, obviously what these cost off the open. But so I may change that there. But anyways, I got the 330 puts loaded up for now on Tesla. If I do trade NVDA, obviously it's going to be the 150 calls. And if I trade Google, I think it'll be like the 182.50s, probably, maybe 185s. So we'll see. Yeah, Dooku, I would like to too. All right, so what do we got here? PLTR from Kelly. Let me take a look. That's been on a major run. For me, do I think it could go higher 100%? Is this an A+ setup for me? I don't think so. I don't really want to force an all-time high trade, just considering this has gone on a major, major run. I mean, we are sitting at like $41, just before earnings on November the 4th. So we're 8 days after that, and we're sitting at 60. So again, could this go higher? Sure. I don't know if you're looking to day trade it. I don't know if you're looking to kind of invest in it, maybe longer term swing trade it. But do I think it can go higher, over time? 100%. Do I think that I want to try to be chasing a new high right now, considering it's way up? I don't think so, just from a day trading standpoint, as in just today. Today, I'm not super interested in it, but who knows? Maybe this thing wants to really start running and we can scalp $62, the $62 level, and maybe it goes a little bit higher. Meta. Let's see here. So I think I know what you're going to be looking at here, Latvian. You're going to be looking at this downtrend here, which honestly I don't mind. I think that looks pretty good. But all I think that this could probably do is just kind of kickstart this for a move back to 600. I've been waiting to try to catch some sort of break here at 600, and maybe this is going to be the last little bounce here to get this thing back up there, and then maybe we actually end up breaking. So we've broken 600 barely, like 2-3 times. I don't know that I want to try to trade it near 600 today if we do get there, because that's going to be a $12 move ish, just to get there. But if you're looking for that kind of downtrend thing that I just drew, a break of that, a break of 590, I can completely agree with that, right? It's kind of the same principle as like that NVIDIA bull flag, right? Have the downtrend. Maybe you can get some early entries on, before 150. For this, maybe you can just kind of get in before 590, and maybe this goes to 595 today or 593. Regardless, you'd probably make a decent little chunk of change on a move like that from Meta. So I do like that. I'm guessing that's what you're looking at, Latvian. What else we got? BAC. Okay, banks. What's going on with my mouse? There we go. Let's see here. Been pretty strong the last couple days. Pulling back to this breakout level here. I like that. I think if you're going to try to go long that, your stop loss should probably be like 45.5, 45.75, kind of break under that. Other than that, if you're looking to go long, I think this could probably easily go see highs here and maybe 47. I'm just, to me, banks don't provide enough volatility for my style of trading. So I don't typically trade them unless there's some sort of like significant news, like, banks are defaulting or whatnot. Yeah, 330 puts is what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Cool. All right. Well, we got about 2 minutes here, guys. So let's start focusing in on this. All right. Screen is recorded. Yeah, 320s could work well as, too. All right, I could do about one more ticker here. I'll do, shop. Spotify. Oh, wow, shop is way up. Look at that. Big mover there. That's interesting, actually. I don't know why that would be, but pretty major move there. I don't know. I'll pull this up on the side and I'll actually look at that. I don't know that I have like the most interest in the world on trading Shopify because it's $100, but I mean, obviously they had good earnings. So I mean, I'm gonna pull that up on the side. Obviously, I'd be looking for an upside trade on that. So we'll see if maybe this pulls back in, like 105, holds it there, then maybe we can get some sort of 110 break. But all right, so again, guys, 150 calls on NVIDIA is what I'm going to be watching. If NVIDIA starts to break through 149 ish, Tesla really just going to see if this wants to get weak on us. Yesterday's low is 336. That's what I'm going to be focusing on. Nothing really before then. And if Tesla bounces, great. I actually would like to trade it to the upside some more, but I do think there's going to be a pullback, and I want to try to take advantage of that day when it happens, just to kind of show you guys that when you get these crazy euphoric, mooning moves on some of these stocks, if you can catch that downside day, it's pretty fun. Other than that, here, Meta is already trying to break that downtrend right now, Latvian. And yeah, let me make sure I have Google up as well. Google's just selling off a little bit here into the open, but all right, market's open, guys. Here we go. Tesla pushing here just a little bit. That's okay. You guys know I want to see a little pop off the open if it's going to make a downside move. Let's see how weak this will get. Look at that red or green to red candle there. It's a $2 wick. Why my volume always screws up like that? What else is going on here? Google's pushing. Okay, I'm still not interested until about 181. NVIDIA 147. Let's see, 340 here just got taken out. Seen about 2 million volume here off the open. That's pretty decent here. 330 puts are a bit expensive. The 320s are actually gaining some decent volume, and they're only about 500. So I don't know. I think me personally, I'm going to stick with the 330s, but guys, again, 325s, 320s, those can work. Meta broke 590. I'm not really looking to try to force this too early, guys. I would like to see it kind of hold here under 340, maybe even come down and touch yesterday's low at 336, bounce back up, kind of break and retest 340, and then go lower. No reason to try to force anything too early this morning. Nice. Look at that rejection there at 340. I like to see that. Let's see here. Nice close under. Let's see if they can hold it under 340. Again, if they want to come down in here close to yesterday's low, bounce it back up, retest 340, to me, that's going to be maybe a nice little starter position area here. I don't know. I don't really want to chase this straight through, even though it's probably what's going to happen. The market is starting to nosedive here a little bit. 336 is right here. Let me check out the wall at 335. About an 80,000 wall, nothing too crazy. So look, we bounced right off of yesterday's low of day. So far this is working well. We did just break it a little bit, but to me 335 is going to be a pretty important level as well. So let's see what happens here. I would like to see them try to bounce it up, even near above 338 is kind of where I could take some sort of starter position. So we'll see what they want to do here with this. Nice little bounce there. Market did bounce as well. Again, guys, I mean, people have been buying Tesla day after day. So if you do take this trade, be smart. No need to size in too heavily. It's kind of where I wanted to start taking a starter on that. Let's see here. No need to be too aggressive here. But again, this may actually be where I take a starter, and stop loss would be just over 340. I would like to try to get it up on a pop, though. I'd like to see it pop up here and start kind of rejecting around that 340 level. These contracts are expensive, guys. So if you're not doing 330s, again, 320s, 325s, those could work. The further you go out of the money, though, the more time decay is going to be there. So just keep that in mind. Nice little pop there. This is where I want to see them start rejecting. The market is bouncing pretty hard. So that's kind of my only concern here. Let's see. This is kind of where I would like to take one, but we did close above 340. But I could use like a 342 stop loss on these and be really tight. But I think I could save us here. The way it's moving, I think we're going to go straight to that. VWAP's right here. This is the furthest I want to see it go. We bounced right off yesterday's low. So, I mean, to me, the trade's still intact if we can roll over like hard right here. If not, I'm just going to stay away from it. Meta rocketing Latvia. You better have caught that. Starting to see a little bit of rejection up here. I'm going to go ahead and take one contract starter position here. And I'm going to use above 342 as a stop loss. So super, super tight here, guys. I would like to add, if this thing starts aggressively coming back down under 340, the NQ is pushing really hard here, and Tesla is not. Tesla's already starting to roll over. We closed back under 340. All I'm looking for is kind of like a 335 break, guys, and that's where I'll probably start selling. I'll probably just start taking profits there. I mean, that'd be over a $5 move on Tesla. But again, 342 is going to be my stop loss. So I'm risking about $1.50 here. Already pushing up. Maybe I get out right here. We'll see. Rejecting kind of VWAP here, 342. All right, I'm out. That's all I'm risking. Keeping it super tight this morning. Can always get back in. It's pretty crazy. That looks so good. That rejection here, then a close under 340. I mean, that was money to me. But it is what it is. Still a chance to catch a much bigger move here. The risk to reward there was great. It was like 1 to 2.5. Google just popped. I might need to switch over to that. I think Tesla's probably done. Google through 181. That's moving. Wow. Okay, so everything is moving pretty well besides NVDA. So, let me go take a look at Google here. That just went out of nowhere. So 182 is going to be the level on Google that I like. This kind of pushed out of nowhere, so I'm kind of chasing this move, which is okay, as long as we're not buying, at high a day. So if we can get some sort of safer entry on this, I'd like it. Other than that, we may just have to watch this thing go. So a little wall at 182. I'm not really loving the volume I'm seeing right now on this, but let's see what's going on here. The 182.50 calls, guys, are nice and cheap. Much easier to trade than Tesla. Tesla's at 344. This may go back for 350. Who knows? Back under 340, I'll start paying attention to Tesla. Other than that, I'm just going to stay away for now. Just so we're all on the same page on why I'm looking at Google, guys, it looks like this thing is primed to start breaking out here. We're kind of breaking highs from a few days ago. We also have a high up here at 182. Google's a much slower mover, so that doesn't mean I'm going to buy a ton of contracts because they're cheaper. That means that I'm actually just going to be a little bit smaller size and look for a much bigger move on this. That's going to be my trade idea. Tesla rejected 345. NVIDIA's above 148. Only up 2% on the day. I kind of like how Google's sitting still here, but I'd like to see it maybe come down into 180, 75, 180, 50. But then again, asking for $1.50 move on Google is kind of tough here. When I really think the only reason that this thing popped was because of the overall market. Tesla right back down to 340. Google is pulling back. Let me take a quick look here at Tesla. We did break a little bit of an uptrend they just had here this morning. I just think that if this is the day it snaps down, it's going to be beautiful. And I would rather trade this than Google. But Google pulling down in here just under 181 to me is not a terrible starter entry. These contracts are really cheap. Wow, Meta's going crazy, Latvian. Out of nowhere. Beautiful. Google's popping a little bit. These contracts are just not really moving. And they're super cheap. Oh my God. Latvian, you're going to take my job. I don't know where I would have entered on that, but still almost a $10 move from low to high there. Pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that Tesla's going to follow Bitcoin that closely, but it's like Bitcoin and Tesla have kind of been moving the same way because of they've just been exceptionally strong because of this whole Trump trade stuff. All right, NVIDIA pulling back down, so I don't think we're going to be getting that. Meta's way up there. Tesla's kind of starting to stall here a little bit. I still like our chances here with Tesla, but maybe it just chops around like yesterday. So I don't want to rapid fire trades off at this. That's why I kind of took a tiny little position there and had like $1.50 stop loss looking for a move all the way to low a day. So I think a strong move under 340 will kind of signal that to me. And then maybe we could see this actually go, wow, Google just made new highs. I don't want to miss that though, trying to force Tesla. But to me, it's like I wanted to see a little bit more of a pullback here on Google. Google's a much slower mover, but I don't know. I just don't know. Google's stronger than the overall market, which I do like to see. NQ's starting to roll over here. So if the market gets weak, I'm not going to look to try to force an upside trade on anything. I'd actually try to focus on Tesla a little bit more. Want to see them kind of break and hold this under 340. Market's really starting to take a nosedive here. If this can go for low a day, then that should rip Tesla down here. Just following the market a little too close, I think. Nice job, Fergie. see what this thing does. We didn't break 335, which I kind of like because there's going to be a little wall there. We have low a day at 335 and 30 cents. I would like to see them start closing candles under 340 here. And maybe we can get this thing moving. Here we go. Starting to slip here a little bit. Closed under 340. So far, I'm liking it. Man, Google's still going. Meta's still going. I hate seeing those so strong. But NQ's starting to fall back here. On these tests of 340, you kind of want to see them just kind of hit it right back down. I hate to signal another starter that doesn't work out, just considering these are a bit expensive. But again, my whole idea is a hold under 340 is good. You can take starters there and use you can use $1.50 stop loss here, right at around VWAP. So we'll see. We're still not holding under as long as I would like. But to me, this is getting a little weak. NQ's bouncing just a hair. And I don't want to be too biased to the downside because I don't know if today's going to be the day. It could chop around like it did yesterday. But I do think that the odds are pretty high that if we end up breaking, this low of day and yesterday's low, we do have that gap down to 321 from where we gapped up, originally. So that's kind of my whole idea here is I think there is a high chance that we can slip pretty hard if we do. Market went green to red. Tesla still pretty strong here. It looks like there's some pretty strong buyers still present here on Tesla. So maybe we just stay away from this right at its downtrend here. Nice little rejection there. Maybe not the best thing in the world. So we kind of have a new uptrend here. All I'm looking for is a strong breakthrough of 340 and for this thing to just absolutely lose it. Volume picks up, strong candle through like 338, and then we could start getting in there, look for the low a day break, and get out of here. I hate that these are still so expensive, but sitting pretty flat. I think either side could win on Tesla. I hate still focusing on it considering Meta is going insane, but I'm not going to be chasing Meta highs up there. So that is my argument there. Unless I see a pullback on that, that thing is just squeezing. NVIDIA is dead, so I don't need to focus on NVIDIA. Google's still just, look at Google's action. Could we be making a little bit of money on that? Maybe. But it's just kind of choppy moves. Yeah, and look, guys, if this is too expensive for you, the last thing I want you to do is try to force a trade here on Tesla. Just watch. You can see how hard it is to trade expensive contracts when IV is up. So keep that in mind. You're actually kind of losing value here as IV is trickling down. We got guys for crypto for you. Berg. Market trying to bounce here. Yeah, I'm watching these contracts lose value. Still kind of rejecting this trend. So we're rejecting both trends. We're kind of just wedging here. So either side could win, but keep in the back of your mind that everyone's been wanting to buy Tesla. So I don't want to say that this, has to come down because it doesn't. People, if they want to keep buying it, there's still demand for it. It'll keep going up. I think through 343, this thing is probably going to rip. This is the last chance I think it has to reject here to give us a good downside trade today. Come on, baby. Google rejected kind of hard through 343 here. Trying to pull back. Market's starting to bounce. I think this is probably gone. This is its last spot, I think, for it to reject. Yeah, great job, Latvian. Seeing a little bit of rejection on the market. I want to see, some candles like this, these really strong red candles coming through 340 again with some volume. I kind of like that. They kind of failed to break Tesla out there, rejected it pretty nicely as the market is bouncing. So maybe that was like a fake out that they can then bring this back down with. But there you go again. Pretty strong buy up there off of VWAP. There you go. Under 342 here. Starting to like this, guys. Again, I do think that there's still a chance here. A lot of people have made money on this, so they got to realize those gains. They got to start, they got to take cash in. That's going to bring some selling pressure here, along with maybe there's going to be a play here to the downside. 340 coming back in here. This is where I want to see it smash through it and volume to spike. If I see that, I think that's going to be the sign for me that, okay, we may get this low of day break here. Market's still just trying to bounce here. If we can get a little rollover from SPY and NQ, kind of help bring Tesla down, I think we're going to be okay here. Still sitting right at 341. So we're about $1 away from 340. I want to see them hold it under 340. That's going to be all I need. You were leaving Latvian? Or Jelly? Made some off Meta? Good. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, fun. NQ still kind of bouncing here. Tesla's trying to bounce. Low volume so far on this candle, and we're about 40 seconds into it. So that's right. Look at that. That's what I want to see here. A nice topside wick, and I want to see them rip this thing through. I want to see a breakthrough 340 right here. That would be money. Got 10 seconds left on this candle. Oh, not going to get it. Big rejection there at 600 on Meta. NVDA is trying to push back up, 147.5. Come on, Tesla. I know you want to do it. Market's flying, though. Market is pushing. At least NQ is. So that's kind of helping Tesla get back up here. I'd like to see the market roll over. See some weakness there. I think that'll solidify this move here on Tesla through 340. Then maybe things get interesting. Come on, NQ. Tesla's getting nice and coiled up here. For one way or the other, this thing's going to go. Pookie, what are your thoughts? I know we were talking about this kind of having one of those days where it pulls back on Friday, and it didn't. But you think I'm crazy for looking at this? Here we go. Bouncing off 340 there. Wow, right back up to 341. Ooh, I don't like that. That's a big buy-up candle there. Big buy up candle there. That may rip this through. I think a strong move to 343 is going to probably end this. There it goes. Could still reject there, but that had a lot of volume on it. Oh, wow. It's not 10 a.m. yet. Wow, guys, look at that. Was there news that just happened, or is that just a freak out candle, or is that like the biggest fake out we've ever seen? 340 right here. I'd like to see 340 break. Maybe my plan will still work. Only like a 20,000 wall there. Market's starting to pull back in. Let's see if this is enough to bring Tesla under 340. You can see that the buyers are really trying to hold it there. If they can break this under for this last time with some volume, especially after a fake out like that to the upside, I think we're going to be okay. This is a reason I really don't want to signal any sort of early entry. I mean, that last candle would have freaked some people out. Let's just be patient. I'd rather catch the last little bit of this move through low a day, maybe down to like 330, rather than try to get in up here and, lose money. Just waiting for a strong break at 340. To me, that'll solidify my idea here. Buyers are doing everything they can to hold this thing up. If it does end up cracking, no one's going to want to be the last guy bag holding Tesla, especially guys that have caught a big portion of this move here. This is just trading so crazy. Google not doing a whole lot. We don't have any significant news at 10 a.m. here this morning. This is pretty crazy, yeah. But just like the other day when we were looking for an upside trade here and it kind of went flat for 10 minutes and then you got that big move, I still think that, some volume here to 340 could send this to low a day at the very least. The market's just still trying to push high a day. It's the only thing. It's the only thing I'm worried about here. Just need this to flush. I do love seeing this thing kind of still just sit lower as, NQ is making new highs on the day. If we can just get some overall weakness here in the market, that might be enough to break it through here. You can see that buyers are doing anything they can to hold this thing above. We've gotten right down to it, and you see people come in and buy it as NQ is making new high after new high. Come on, Tesla. I'm loving the weakness I'm seeing. All right, market just flipped from green to red there on a 1-minute candle, that is, which isn't super significant. But again, just a nice pullback here on the market could help send this thing under. We broke 340 there. Back under 340. See if they can close a candle under here. This is where I want to see that weakness really start coming in. I want to see volume really start coming in here. They definitely need to close this candle under. They got 20 seconds on it. There we go. 339 just broke. Come on, keep coming. Keep on coming. Yeah, punch a hole in the boat. I like that. NQ still selling off here, waiting for volume. I'm waiting for this to really give up, guys. This is not the move at all. The move that I'm picturing is much more aggressive. But all you got to do is kind of lean on this. A little bit of pressure to get these buyers out of the way. We'll sink this thing. Come on. You can see here, I mean, with the overall market doing what it's doing, slowly starting to get weaker here. Only 30 minutes in. I mean, obviously I wanted this trade earlier on, but I still think we got some time here. Starting to hold right around this 340 level. Like to see them close this candle under there as well. So, once again, you can see them kind of buying it up. Bought it up here a little bit. Back to 342. At any point, I mean, this could just explode to the upside, guys. So I don't want to make you think this is some sort of guaranteed trade, but I think my idea still stands here. I don't like that for sure. I mean, you can see that we did just bounce kind of right off of where we bounced off of earlier, right just above 338. Right here, this orange line. So 338. Even, some of these barely close under 339. So you can consider 339 a nice level to watch too. Yeah, that I saw it as well, Poog. That makes me think that there's people still buying into these. Volume still coming into them. What are we seeing here? 330 puts 12,000 volume. 325s 4 or 5,000. 320s 8,000. 300s 15,000. I have a bad feeling this is about to pop here. I don't want to see it happen, but something makes me think one candle's going to send us at 345. Yeah, feelings. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. NQ is on a pretty nice uptrend here. If we can break that and everything, if the overall market can roll with Tesla at the same time, that would just be beautiful. But at this point, nothing's lining up that well. Stage below 342.41. Yeah. Think that I just want to see this rug pull happen. NQ starting to break up trend here. Waiting for this aggressive rollover here on Tesla. Come on. It is kind of weird. These premiums did gain value. This is just chop central, though. Google hit 181.86 and is now nosediving back to 181. Meta hit 599 and 66 cents, and that is now down at 592. So look at those two. NQ is really dropping off here. I want to see Tesla keep up. Look at those two trades there, guys, and that's a big reason why it's all you guys that want to like target a specific dollar. That's where you get hosed. You know, you want to kind of target an area. Just think, if you were waiting to hold for 44 more cents, yeah, and if we see that, Pookie, this is going to be beautiful. I'm liking this, though. Back under 340. I want to see them take out 338 and a half. 339 is kind of a big level there, too. So this area here, 338 to 339, has obviously been in a kind of a demand zone here. I want to see them get through that. See how it reacts to that level? I'll draw a little box here for y'all watching so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here a little bit better. Look at that. We break, yeah, SPY is getting crushed here. NQ is too. Come on, Tesla. This is where you need to really catch up. This buying pressure has got to get pushed out of the way. When it does, it's going to be beautiful. Well, it has a chance to. Yeah, SPY just dropped like a full dollar here in like 2 minutes. NQ dropped pretty well. Starting to bounce a little bit, though. I don't want to see them bounce it back up above 340. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Get through this. We get a break at 338 with volume. I'm loving it. Yeah, these contracts are gaining some value. Look at that right there. Here we go. Under 339. Come on, Tesla. I hate that it gets bought up that easily. I do think a lot of people are hesitant to the short side. So that's kind of where everything piles on at once. When buyers start stopping out, and then shorts see that and can kind of, it's like sharks to blood. Tesla's at 148. Here we go. 338.50 right there. Come on, baby. Need some volume here. Contracts are at 9 for these 330s. Come on. NQ coming in near low a day. SPY still selling off pretty hard here. Tesla's got to hurry up. One last Tesla 340, then roll over. Oh, you listened to me a little bit there. Come on. I want to see this under 339 like ASAP. SPY still selling off. I hate this. This is where I want to see Tesla going with it. I don't want to see Tesla trying to roll over and trying to sell off and the overall market's bouncing again, because then it's going to have a hard time. By the way, what softwares is this? Is Think or Swim. I'll type it in. Sorry, Swim. Back above 340 here. Surprising. NQ still going for lows. Let's see what like a 2-minute chart looks like. Oh, I love that rejection there at 340. Back on a 339, 338 coming in. It's like Pookie said, I want to see that dog pile, that momentum dog pile here. Yeah, that was good. I think we just need a break of this 338 level. Come on, Tesla. I mean, we are right in the middle of a battleground here. You're seeing rejections off 340, and you're seeing rejections off like 338. One side here has got to win. Downside target, I mean, if we break 335 with some volume, I do think over time we could probably see 330. But, you know, on the break of 335, I'll probably take off the majority of my position and see if I can let this thing get down to like 332. A lot of it, you know, Prof, a lot of it's going to depend on the volume and the speed of the move. If it's a really fast move with volume, you know, these big red candles, then I would try to hold it longer. If it just kind of slowly trickles down, it doesn't really make, you know, doesn't really make strong new lows, then that's kind of where I sell things a little bit quicker. Come on, this is killing me, man. Let's go. Back above. Market's bouncing too. That's what I didn't want to see. Tesla should have sold off with that market if it wanted to. I think this could be where they squeeze it. Yeah, this might be where things go. 342, you know, again, just like we have this 338 level, this kind of zone up in here, you know, 342, 343 has been kind of a supply zone here. The market did bounce pretty strong on that. Not really seeing a ton of volume, so I'm not freaked out by that. But again, I'm not really positioned here. So I'm not really biased either way yet. Look at that rejection. That's what I like. Nope, go back down. Big bounce here on SPY and NQ. So, you know, I'm not really surprised that Tesla had a little bit of a pop here, and I like to see the fact that it's kind of getting rejected up there. That means it's not that significant, right? There's not that many buyers there if they can get pushed right back down. So I'm really surprised considering this has been moving 10, 15, 20%, and now it's stuck in like a $4 range is pretty crazy. So I'm just kind of waiting for the floodgates to open. Market's still bouncing here and Tesla rejected there. So I do like that. Come on, baby. Back under 340 here without the market. This is times of sales is starting to pick up here as well. Look at the speed of this. Come on. Let's really see a slip here. This contract's lost value a little bit. 15 seconds on this 1 minute candle. Nope, stay down there. Nice. Close it under. I'm watching a 2 minute chart, but I'm still looking at every minute on the clock here. One of these days, Tesla, one of these days, market rejecting, starting to roll over a little bit here. Guys, maybe this just sits flat all day. So, I mean, I don't want to sit here and micromanage this. We are already 45 minutes into the open, so it's just a waiting game, really. Yeah, it may drop in 2 hours, right? So, it just may take a little while. 339. Come on, crack it. Crack it. I think all this will take is a 338 break, but we'll see. Market did just have a really nice red candle there. I can't believe that this bounces that easily, that quickly. Like seeing rejections like that. Beautiful green to red candle here. Slip this thing hard. Under 339. Look at that. It's starting to struggle. Just need someone to hit this thing on the head. Just let it go. Come on, let it go. It's a nice candle there. I think we might be moments away. 25 cents from 38.20. 38 got the break here. Beautiful, broke through. Want to start seeing this hold under. Nice. It's tough to enter this late, but this is kind of where you want. Again, this is like I may try to get in close to 336 when you can get in now. I just hate to give you guys, a full 2.5 point stop loss around 340. So sizing is going to be the biggest thing here, guys. If you can size in small, if you can go further out of the money and you could be okay with that. And it's starting to form here. But if you can't, then you need to just watch, right? There's going to be other trades. Close under 338. That's beautiful. Low a day is 335.30, and then that 335 level is great. Yesterday's low is 336. Market trying to bounce a little bit. Tesla staying nice and weak here. This is where you want to see this thing just absolutely rip through. I don't want to see it bounce again. I'll go over PLUR after this trade. Still holding under 338. I love that. The longer the time they can hold it under that, the more pressure is going to be on guys on the buy side. What I don't want to see, though, is the market have a really strong bounce and Tesla kind of loses momentum here. Let me check out a 5-minute chart. Yeah, 5-minute chart looks pretty good. Here we go, big fella. 337 about to get taken out. Boom, broken. Less than $1 from yesterday's low. Come on, keep the weakness on here. Keep the weakness on. 336.80. 75. If we can get a market rollover here, guys, this is going to be beautiful. As long as the weakness can stay here, I may add to this position soon. Market is trying to roll. 336.40. Contracts are at 970 for me. This could bounce at any moment, so I don't want to be too aggressive with it. But so far, I'm loving this. I am kind of cheating on Tesla. Come on, baby. So right at yesterday's low, guys. So look, I'm not going to be super freaked out if there's a little bit of a bounce here. We've made a pretty decent move. I'm just trying to stay calm here and letting this trade work. We're looking for a 335 break here. Yeah, if anyone is in, you could take profits as well. It's probably the smart thing to do here. I want this to look like a mudslide, just to freaking just destroy this low day. Google all the way back to 180. Wow. Meta back to 590. NVDA is slowly trickling up. 148.60. Little bounce here on Tesla here. Again, that's okay. Nice, guys. Good. Scale out. So look, 338 was that major support, right? So coming up and bouncing off this, kind of rejecting it, it would honestly be ideal. You know, an ideal kind of break and retest here. Market's really starting to sell off now. NQ's trying to go for low a day. Come on, Tesla. I know you got more than that. Back above 338, not my favorite. This is where I want to see rejections here. Gonna lose my mind if they double bottom this. Yeah, NVIDIA is still climbing a little bit here. Rejected 339 there pretty well. I want to see them roll this over. Still think the big trade's going to be under, through low a day here than through 335. But could they double bottom it? Of course they could. Back on a 338. Let's see volume really kick in here. A little bit of buying pressure that I don't really want to see. But again, it's kind of like a break and retest scenario here, so you got to give it a little bit of time. Market trying to get bought up. That sucks. NVIDIA 148.90, so maybe 150 comes today. I may get out of this break even here. I don't love that bounce. Yeah. Might be it for me. That is so disappointing. Could still work. I mean, could still work, but a little bounce is one thing, but, a $3 bounce there, not really my favorite. Could always enter again if it, comes back down to lows. Let's see what it does here for 1 second. 338. If they can really bring it back under here, that'd be nice. Come on, roll over right here. One last strong move to low it in, I think, will be all it needs. Yeah, Tesla is pretty flat. That's for sure. Back to 339. Volume is kind of low on this bounce here, which is okay. But above 340, this is probably done. 6 trillion is crazy. Thanks, Pookie. Take care. Yeah, I got to head out here pretty soon, too. I hate to leave this trade, but more rejections there. It looks great here, guys. If you throw it on a 2-minute chart, to me, that looks really good. But this is just taking a long time. Too long for me. I'd rather just get out here, small green, and just go on with the day. Even though I can just picture this move happening and it being just glorious to 330. It's the later we get in the day, to me, it's just the less chance this has to be that big and that clean. 149.23 here on a video. Wow. It's too late for me to look for 150 break on that. Nice job. At least you got some profits on half of them. Market's starting to bounce. This may be done. It's unfortunate. If this breaks over 340 with some strength here, I'm going to call it a day. I got to freaking show our house. I mean, I don't know about you, but to me, this is pretty surprising how choppy and slow Tesla is considering what it's been doing. Man, that is so unfortunate. We bounced right off yesterday's low of day, 336. All right, guys, any last minute questions, any concerns, anything you want to talk about before I head out of here? Video 149.50. I'm going to lose my mind if that thing goes crazy. We were looking for the downside. Hold my Nescafe. We were looking at Tesla puts, looking for it to break through its low of day, and kind of go down to 330-ish. That was my idea for the day. It's just, as you could tell, price action was super, super choppy. Not a whole lot of opportunity there. So, yeah, if you have other questions on that, please ask. If not, I'm probably going to call it here pretty soon. So what would you do in this situation? Take the small loss. What situation exactly, Notorious? Like what do you paint the picture in my head? you do in this situation? Take the small loss. Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to take the small loss. I do think that there is. Are you saying like if I wanted to leave? Yeah, I would just take the. I would just your idea is for this to slip through and really make a strong move, and it's not, right. It's going flat. So even though you're not up or down a lot, the stock just it's still not doing what you want it to do, right? So could you stay in the trade simply because you're not down as much as you were willing to risk? Sure. But why risk extra money when you don't need to? You know? So for me personally, I would just get out of it and just say, whatever, move on. Obviously, I wasn't right on what I thought the stock could do today, and then move on. Cut and run. Yeah. Anything else, guys? Sweet. Yeah, thank you guys. I know it was yeah, you can always read. Yeah, you too, locked in. Well, guys, kind of a boring day. I mean, looking at Google, it's now under 180. We could have made a little bit of money on that. I'm glad NVDA is up around 150, so possibly a trade there tomorrow. As long as we don't just like smash through 150 middle of the day. Yeah, it was a snooze fest for sure. Nothing too crazy. Shopify went up a little bit. Meta would have been a really nice trade. So if Latvian's still here, congrats on that. Great job. Good call out on that. But that's all the way back down to low day as well. So kind of weird, but I think that's going to be it for me, guys. If you need me throughout the day, please ask. I do have an earnings stream today at market close, and I do have a free lesson tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So for all you free people, I would love to see y'all there. Get you some questions answered. We'll get out of here. All right. Have a good rest of the day, y'all. Bye-bye.